Hi. The other day, while examining results of a day-long tournament on BBO, a particular deal caught my attention. It's quite an interesting deal. I often play this day-long tournament, which is a 16-day event with a bit of reward. Then, as usual, I look at results, and while my score was 60%, the person who won had 68.8%. Then I clicked on the results of this player, and then this is what I got. And here is a score of 100%. That made me curious. So I clicked on the movie, and this is what I got. Rather interesting, isn't it? South opened 7 diamond, pass, and made that contract. And that was the person who got the first place in that event. Mind you, it is a robo tournament, so 3 robos are playing and 1 person. Now, how could this person open 7 diamond? It could be a misclick, or it's also possible that the person had some previous knowledge of what the deal was. As it happens, every deal is played about 120 times, and if you log in and play this tournament with 4 different login IDs, then of course you will know the result. You probably will recollect the deal when you play it in the afternoon after having played the same event twice before. You don't get the same deals, that is, all the 16 deals won't be same. Basically, maybe 2000 players play the 16 deal event, so they don't deal 32,000 page deals. Since one deal is played by 125 players, it is entirely likely that if you play on the same day 3 or 4 times with different logins, you could get the same hand, and that could be the reason why the 7 diamond bid appears. Also, it could also be a misclick. So that was it. Now, what happened to 7 diamond? As we saw in the score, 7 diamond made. How did it make? So West played a club, declarer 1 club ace, and of course cashed trumps. There are only 12 tricks, so 6 diamonds and 4 clubs, ace king queen jack of clubs, and ace king of spades. 1 heart has to be given. Of course, the robos in the east-west seat must have managed to discard in a way to allow South to make that 13th trick. And if you have played any of those robo events, the robos don't really communicate well in terms of the carding signals. So apparently the robo just plays the lowest card, or more importantly, when a card is played, robo assumes that it is the lowest card. I don't know why robos still play that pedestrian bridge. I had offered to do something about these robos, to help with the programming of these robos to the then operators of Bridgebase online site. This was in 2006-07 when I decided to investigate the robo play for some articles on my column. But it turned out that that kind of suggestion wouldn't be entertained, either because they didn't have money. And I do remember that in an email, the person there wrote to me that they had employed 2 youngsters to do something about it or whatever. I often jokingly say that bridge is a poor game played by rich people. You would see why. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what happened. East robo discarded a heart and a spade. Then on the third trump, both robos discarded a heart. Then of course a club and a heart. And at some point in time, now you can see West is holding on to this heart jack 6-4, probably thinking that maybe South could have ace 10 or something, and if queen king ace is how it goes, then that jack would be important. Maybe that is why it held on to jack 6-4. We wouldn't know. As I said, the robos aren't programmed very well. And then when clubs were cashed, so far so good. East maintained 3 spades and the king of heart, and West is maintaining 2 hearts and 2 spades. On the next trick, obviously instead of discarding the heart king, East would have discarded a spade because only 2 spades left with West. We can see queen of clubs and East discarded a spade, held on to the heart king, and thus the 13th spade, the third spade in the south hand, was true. So that's how 13 tricks were made. How could we avoid this kind of disaster in face-to-face play? Let us say North-South somehow end up in a 7-diamond contract, and we need to just make sure that there is no disaster, that we get the right message across when we are discarding. It's not all that difficult. So let us see a good way of doing it. So this is 4th base lead, fine. When declarer plays a diamond, the first thing is East should inform partner about the salient feature of this hand, which is ace king of hearts. So interest in heart. People play many different methods. The standard method is to play to discard a high heart to signal an interest in heart. But there are other possible methods. So some play odd even, wherein you could discard heart 5 to signal an interest in heart. Or people play Leventhal or McKenney. If you are playing Leventhal, you could discard 10 of spade to say you have interest in the higher of the 2 remaining suits, which is heart. And then there is another method, which is revolving discards, where you join the 4 suits in a circle kind, so that is spade is lower than clubs, or club is higher than spade. And then say you discard a small spade, it shows interest in suit lower than spade, which is hearts. So if you are playing revolving discard, you could play small spade. But I digress. Important point is tell partner that you have an interest in heart. So let us say we are playing standard discard. We'll discard the 10 of heart. That doesn't hurt. So declarer plays the king of diamond. Then declarer plays the jack of diamond. Now having given the main message, you can revert to just showing counts. And remember, the count is most often the present count. Don't worry about what happened before. Just go by what you have. It is the simplest thing to do. So let us say you are playing standard count. You could discard a small spade or you could discard a small heart. Let us say you discard a small heart. So by this time, your partner knows that you have 4 or 6 hearts, okay? And that you have an interest in hearts. So if you have an interest in heart, let us look at partner's hand. That means you have king or ace of heart. So partner doesn't need to retain those 4 hearts. Partner can discard 2 of the hearts. So what will happen next? That heart 10 tells partner that The spade suit is partner's responsibility. So partner wouldn't think about discarding spade once you discard that heart 10. Now let us proceed. So on the diamond, let us say partner discards a club, declarer wins with ace, you discard a spade. Again, you are giving the current count. On the next diamond, you can discard, say, heart 8. Again, remember, we are giving current count. From ace king 8 5, we discarded 8 of heart. A declarer plays diamond. And now partner will do well to give the count of his hand. So he plays 7 of hearts, telling you he started with even number of hearts. That could be 2 or 4. That helps you count the heart suit. So you have 6, 2 here, 8. If partner has even hearts, that means declarer has at least 1 heart. And if that is so, you could actually afford to discard your top heart. So let us see how it can go. 10 of diamonds, ace of heart. Now you wouldn't discard ace of heart without having a king. So now partner knows that you have king of heart and partner can discard a small heart. Whatever happens next, partner is not going to discard a spade. Partner will discard clubs and hearts, and you will get a trick either with your heart king or with partner's queen of spade. My basic reason for making a video on this deal is to show you that there is a simple and efficient method of discarding that gets the message across, and that could prevent this kind of disaster. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for joining. Bye.